Real people, real stories, real f***ing life. The Relentless Project. And now, your host, the man on a mission to ignite your inner fire, Lopez. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be inspired.
I want to thank you for inviting me to your crib. I appreciate it, and jumping on the Relentless Project.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, this is Jesus. It's going to be the one with Jesus Torres, and I want to dive into your foundation. Kind of read up on it. The first time I met you was during your celebrity basketball match that you had, where you kind of invite celebrities that you're familiar with, and it's to raise funds for La Promesa, which translates to the promise.
The promise, yeah.
I should just do this episode in Spanish and lose everybody.
Podemos.
Yeah, ya tú sabes. No, but so tell us a little bit about what the La Promesa is, what kind of made you want to start it, and what's its purpose?
Yeah, so what made me start it really, it took me a while. I was always scared of failing, and I was like, I don't know if I will get sponsors. I don't know if I'm gonna get people to come to the event, even people to play, and I was always kind of nervous of starting the event. And but the reason why I did it was because I wanted to combine two things that I love, which are helping the Hispanic community, and also my love for basketball. Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities and has opened a lot of doors for me. I started playing basketball in Puerto Rico, and I got to have an awesome experience in 11th grade of high school, where I was traveling with one of the professional teams down there, the Capitanes de Arecibo.
Shout out Arecibo.
Yeah. My ride or die, my person that was always with me a lot, he will pick me up and everything, was Picolín Ortiz. Picolín Ortiz played in the NBA for a little bit, but he's a legend in Puerto Rico for not only what he has done for the island, but also he has represented Puerto Rico in the Olympics, and he was on that big team that won against Team USA years back. So
I think I remember watching that. Yeah, that was a while ago.
So so then they some of the professional basketball players, they were telling me, hey, Jesus, like, you need to move to the States. So they helped me move to the state of Maine. So I went from Puerto Rico, nice warm weather, to the state of Maine, where it was so cold. But since then, it opened a lot of doors, and I have so much love for the sport of basketball. But also, I understand the importance of education and how important it is for our community, the Hispanic community, to have opportunities to go to college or whatever it is that they want to do to empower themselves. So I kind of married both things, and I created the celebrity basketball event. It has been almost 5 years now since we started the event. I kind of started with a different foundation, a different nonprofit, and it started growing rapidly. Not at the level that I expected, because I thought, I was like, I'm not gonna get like that many sponsors. If anything, like I will raise like $2,000 or $3,000. Well, the first event that we had, we raised over 20,000. And
wow.
And I remember having my first my event and having a few celebrities like Roberto Clemente Jr. was there, Joey Cora, who's at the time he was a third baseman coach for the Pirates. He's now with the Mets. I had Carla Cortijo from the WNBA. She's from Puerto Rico. And I had an amazing response from the community in regards to the event. We had like 250 people show up our first event, and we raised close to 20,000. So it was not what I expected. But then I realized, like, man, I was scared for so long of failing, and look at this amazing event that the main thing is to just raise funds for scholarships for Hispanic students. And since then, we have been growing tremendously. And in August of last year, I created La Promesa Foundation because I wanted to, as we were growing fast, I wanted to make sure that, certain things were ran a certain way, and I had a little bit more control of the event. And I was also scared of creating La Promesa because I was like, man, I have to create my own nonprofit. Will sponsors follow La Promesa? Will celebrities follow La Promesa? And then I realized, like, I had so many people telling me, Jesus, why you don't create your own nonprofit? And then I started hearing it from the celebrities and then the sponsors. I'm like, why am I scared again? I'm scared of failing. And I was like, I need to create it.
We're our own biggest like critic. Like I was explaining to you earlier, I want to start a podcast for probably years now, right?
Yeah.
And it's had different names in my head, right?
Yeah.
Those close to me kind of know. I always bounced ideas off them, and it was like, oh man, like I have nothing to say. I'm not even that interesting. I'm not even cool. Whatever, right? I tell myself all this stuff, and then everyone else is like, dude, like you're very inspirational to me, man. Like you're the person I come to when I need someone to talk to. You're the person I bounce things off. You're the person, and I'm like, man, like what would I even make of it? They're like, you need to start a podcast. You need to be on social media. What would I make it about?
Yeah.
Like just talk.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's something I'm really good at. I talk a lot, but
no, I mean, but it has worked out since you started 2 months ago.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? And months prepping. I had to have this right. I had to have this right. Like you said, like it was me. It was my fear telling me like, hey, are you sure? Are you sure? You're sure? And then one day I was just like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Nobody watches it. Nobody listens to it. So I'm back to square one.
Yeah.
And that first episode, man, I remember my stepmom reached out to me. The first episode was just like me introducing the podcast. Yeah. What's going to be about, my motivations. And my stepmom texted me, bro, like a huge, she lives in California, huge message. I think it was a voice message actually. And she's like, she calls me Muscles. So sorry to put that out there. But she's like, hey Muscles, I listened to your episode. Like, I just want you to know that, she got real deep. And I'm like, wow, like it affected one person. That's worth it.
I agree.
Like if it can help one person,
I agree.
It's worth it, dude. And ever since then, man, like my boss will message me, hey, just listen to the episode. Like, oh, dude, it was awesome. Now I'm going to go work out. Like people messaging my Instagram. I'm just like, wow, dude, like this maybe it is worth it. Like even if it's 10, 20, 30 people, that's 10, 20, 30 people more than if I never did this. So,
and the thing is that we're always scared of failing, but if we don't try, how are you going to know if you failed or not? Yeah. So I prefer to try it. And if I fail, then get up and try it again and learn from that first round.
I heard this quote. It's not a mistake if you learned a lesson. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's why not? It's worth trying, right? Yeah. So how so you launched the basketball, the celebrity basketball, then La Promesa came after. Yeah. And what does you said you provide scholarships for? Yeah,
we give scholarships to Hispanic students in the area. They just have to be living in the county or in the Pittsburgh region, and kind of like we go to different counties. So it doesn't have to be only Westmoreland County or Allegheny County. We're kind of broad. That's when I say have like one of the requirements, which is they have to be Hispanic. Parents have to be Hispanic or great grandparents or whatever. So that's good. But then one of the things that people think is that, well, you and I went to Penn State, so what we are Penn State. Some people might be like, well, I'm going to Ohio State. My first thought was like, no, you need to go to Penn State. But like the things that they were like, well, I'm going to Ohio State, so it's not in PA. And I'm like, no, but your residential address is in Pittsburgh or
okay.
outside of Pittsburgh, like you're good. You qualify.
Okay, so they have to be living in the area, from the area,
Yeah.
Hispanic. Is there anything else that you kind of look for?
Yeah, we look at their they have to submit their transcripts, their acceptance letter from the university. But also we're big into recognizing the work that they have done in the community. So
wow.
it's not only about grades, like, okay, you have good grades, but what else are you doing to inspire, your friends and people that are out there? So we're big into making, and like not only what you have done right now, but also in the future, what if you're gonna study to be an accountant or a doctor or a mechanic, whatever it is, what are you gonna do with that to help the community too?
Wow, so it kind of comes full circle, right? Like, I'm helping you, but what are you doing to kind of pass the torch, kind of thing?
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. What, like, think about like, that's your one foundation. Think about like if there were 30 or 40 foundations that kind of, and this is kind of a gray area, and I already know people like Hispanics. It's like we are our brother's keeper, right? Like, I was given a lot of opportunities, so I feel I am responsible for providing opportunity for those behind me. We're paving the way. Yeah. And if everyone took that mentality and applied it, think about how far society would be, how far
I know
everything would be, man. And it's cool that. So do you do like an interview process? Is it like an essay? How do you?
Yeah, they do have to submit an essay. So again, like we want to look at what they have done outside of school in terms of community service, and they have to go through our website, provide the necessary documentation, but also there's certain sections that they have to like write an essay, and then the board will sit and we have impressive like rest or applications out there, and the board we'll sit together and we figure out which ones we want to give scholarships away. It's hard to give to turn some down, because my goal is to roughly we give like 2,500 to 1,000 per student, but my goal is to make a bigger impact and give them more. And the other thing is that, and like so far we have given close to 8 scholarships so far under La Promesa, and this was basically our first year in April of this year. So it's awesome that we impacted 8 lives, but I want to do more. I want to, like, next year, like, let's double it. And the following year, let's double it and, like, make a bigger impact. But also, I don't want to double it and only give, like, $100 here or $500 here. No, like, I want to double the number of students that we give scholarships, but also give more away
to the students.
Student. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, that helps. Like, when I went to college, like, I didn't have financial aid. I didn't even know about any of that stuff, man. Like, and it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, I wasn't raised in a way to know that stuff, but there's a lot of resources that I could have reached out to, and I didn't. But that would have helped with books, living situations. Now, are you guys like control like where the money goes or how it's used, or is it like, hey, you earned it, keep doing good, we hope you do good with this, use this for school? Or do you guys pay the school directly?
Yeah, we pay the school directly. The money will never go to an individual or a person. So when I write the checks, it's made out to the university, and in the memo basically, or sometimes I add a letter, but in the memo I'll put the name of the student. But and then basically the school will allocate it however they see it fit. I'm not exactly sure at what. So
this is fairly new, right? You said it's new. I was gonna say, do you have any like success stories or like students that you kind of like you read or looked into and you're like, wow. Like obviously
Yeah.
every student applying for that, like if you've already made it to the level where you're looking to outreach, you're applying to this, it's because you've done the necessary things. So
Yeah.
all those students in a way are impressive. But is there any student who's like blown your mind, or you kind of like maybe saw yourself in,
Yeah.
or anything like that?
Yeah, that's actually one thing that we're kind of working on success stories. But I will say there's I don't want to release her name because I haven't talked to her since. But one girl, she was very impressive, and she got 2,500 from us, and just the way that she wanted to impact the community, which is one of the biggest things that we want to make sure that our recipients are doing. I mean, her story was incredible. How her family moved to the States from, I think it was Mexico, and they basically didn't have anything, and how she wants to help the Hispanic community, and I think she was going for something medical related, and how she wants to help the Hispanic community, and she had a tremendous story, and actually she was on Bill Flanagan, who is on the Allegheny Conference, but he also has his own TV show on Sundays. We were featured, thanks to Bill Flanagan, we were featured on one of his shows, but we wanted to highlight one of the students, and that's the girl that I picked. I was like, I need to like reach out to her so she can like be there. She's like, oh my God, I'm honored that I'm getting selected for this, but I'm nervous. It's like, oh no, don't be nervous. I understand, but like you earn it. You earn it, and hopefully she's not even a senior, so hopefully we can continue to help her even more.
So is it like a one-time thing, or do you check in with them and be like, hey, like, how has this impacted, or is that like something for the future? How has this impacted you?
Yeah.
Maybe have them reapply, like.
Yeah, they can reapply. I mean, next semester. Right now, like we're starting to promote the event for April 6th of 2024. So next year we're starting to promote it, and we're starting to get responses from sponsors. So right now we're kind of at a waiting period. But for example, some like the 8 students that already receive a scholarship from us, they can reapply next semester.
I may be a celebrity by then.
Yeah. So you might be able, you might play.
I might be able to play. If this takes off, I might be. Who are some, you mentioned that game. Who are some people you've had that in that game that's kind of like brought some attention to? Because I went to the game last year.
Yeah.
You know, Roberto invited me to be his security.
Yeah.
And that was the joke of the entire. Everybody wanted me to be their security that day.
We might need you actually for next year.
I'll be there
when we're walking around. That's one thing that it has been crazy to experience. Because I'm not a celebrity, so like I'm walking in downtown Pittsburgh with some of those people, and like we get stuff like, man, like I don't know how they're used to it. I guess, but
just people coming up to them.
Yeah, so we might need you.
Hey, I'm one call away.
Yeah.
But
no, people have been nice though. People have been super nice in Pittsburgh. Welcoming to them.
I don't think I could be I couldn't be famous. I could, man. Like I love people.
Yeah.
But I love being personable with people.
Yeah.
You know, that quality interaction.
Yeah.
Once you reach a certain level, it's kind of hard to do that because you just get swamped.
Yeah.
Man. You know, and I don't think I'd be able to deal with all that.
But you know what? And you were asking some of the celebrities, but I will say I am so grateful and happy with the people that have been participating because they are always so excited to come to Pittsburgh. Because I have people from The Challenge, which is on MTV, Survivor, which is on CBS, Big Brother. So some of them I include Heidi Lagares. She was on Survivor, the fire making queen.
That's what I heard. Fastest fire starter?
Fastest fire making challenge time on
That's
Survivor
impressive.
for I guess we're on season 45 right now, so I'll say for 44 seasons, she still holds the record.
Fire Queen.
Yes.
Fire Queen.
She's from Puerto Rico, but she lives in Pittsburgh. We have Derek Frazier.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram
Yeah.
all the time, man. I'll like hit up his inbox. He's been hitting the gym now too.
Yeah.
Look, Derek.
He's training. He's training for
getting
something.
ready for next year, bro.
Yeah.
He was the coach, right?
Yeah,
He
but
was-
1 year he played. He played 1 year.
He's getting ready,
Yeah.
bro. He's about to start dunking on all
Yeah.
y'all.
But he's the son of the latest
Boxer,
boxer,
yeah, boxing
yeah.
legend, yeah.
yeah, boxing legend.
Down goes Frazier.
Yeah. So, but I had Wendell Holland. He actually won Survivor years back. Bryce as well. He's one of our board members. He was on Survivor. Josh and Fessy, they were on Big Brother, and they're on the challenge right now. I mean, I can keep going. I have people one guy from the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Roscoe.
Was it Scott?
Skywalker and Roscoe.
And Roscoe,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. They can hoop. They
Not
can
even
dunk.
that. They can entertain.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember Skywalker last year was like, my stomach hurt. I was
Yeah.
laughing so hard the whole time. My
Yeah.
stomach hurt, bro. He was like, and that's what you need in like that celebrity game.
Yeah.
Like it's a game, it's fun, but it's also like the highlight, the whole like we're here to have fun
Yeah.
and help people. And I was entertaining, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do no bodyguard duties that day. I just watched, laughed.
No, but they're awesome people, and I'm always so excited to have them here. And one thing that I've heard and that like made me so happy, because one of the things is that yes, I do want to raise funds for the scholarships, but also one of the biggest things is that I want to make sure that all the people that support us, meaning like to come to play at the event or coach, I want them to feel welcome in Pittsburgh, and that they have an amazing time, that they want to come back, and that they feel that they're part of a family. And I always tell them before we start the event, before we go to the court, we're in the locker room, I always tell them, now you guys are part of the family, now you guys are stuck, you guys are not leaving. And obviously they can leave, but like,
No, they can't leave.
but like, honestly, like I had some of those celebrities that make so many appearances, they go to so many non-profit events and stuff like that. I have a couple already have told me that this event has been the best event or best weekend they ever had in all their appearances that they have done. I'm like, that's crazy. And
Maybe
that's
it's something
why,
to do with the person behind it too, man. Because it's all relationships, man.
Yeah.
Like you can go do something fun
yeah,
with not fun people,
mm-hmm.
and then you do something not fun with fun people, and it's like the best thing
Yeah.
ever. Like I could sit in a room with the right people and have the
Yeah.
time of my life,
yeah,
and then I can go to like I'm not Kennywood, Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Let's say Cedar Point, and
Yeah.
just be like, oh man, like.
yeah,
It wasn't with the right group of people.
Yeah.
So it's who you surround yourself with too, man, and what you're building here is it's amazing. I know when I went, I was impressed. I was, I really didn't know a lot about it, and as Roberto's explaining it to me, and then I'm there and I'm seeing it. I was in the locker room with Roberto. You were giving that speech and stuff, and then. Kind of, I like being a bodyguard, a security.
Yeah.
Because you get the coquito at the
Yeah,
end.
coquito, yeah.
When the coquito came out, I'm like, I got to make sure it's safe.
no, thank you, Felipe. That was
Yeah,
Felipe.
dude.
Yeah.
He's with, what's
Secretos de mis
yeah, what's
abuelos,
up with
yeah.
that, man?
So they
Please tell me they're coming back.
no, they're coming back. I hope. So he had the food truck. Then he went to a brick and mortar.
I know, I was there all the time.
Yeah, I know it's good. And then I guess the lease ended, and they were doing something with the building, so they didn't want to like rent it away anymore. So he was in a good spot because he was right across from a console or whatever.
The arena.
The arena, the PPG, yeah.
PPG now, yeah.
Yeah. So he was in a good spot, but
Chacho,
I know
Claro.
I've been checking him on Instagram, and he's somewhere, but it's not open yet. But
I'll drive.
I know.
I mean, I drove an hour to come here, but for Puerto Rican food,
Oh yeah.
as long as, because I
Yeah.
can go 2 hours to my mom up north, but as long as it's in between 2
Yeah.
hours, I'm there. Don't
Yeah,
tell my
no.
mom I said that, because la chancleta sale. but-
Chancleta con correazo.
Yeah, man. ¿Quién te está dando comida? But no, that's awesome. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Coquito
Oh,
was
see
there.
Roberto Clemente Jr. and his son.
Yeah,
His son, Roberto Clemente III, he was one of the assistant coaches too. So, yeah, that was
See a little
awesome.
jersey. And
Yeah.
everything? No, that's awesome, man. So what do you like? What's your expectations when you help these kids? What do you want to see from them? You say you want to see them impact their community.
Yeah.
What's like the big? I guess what's la promesa? What's the promise to these kids that you're trying to give out? What's the message you're giving out by being able to do this?
Yeah, so our mission really is to empower them and give them the resources that they need and tools, and just recognize their talent as Hispanics, because sometimes as Hispanics we're put in a pot and like we are given certain labels like, oh, there's no way that this Hispanic can do this or that or can be a doctor. It's like, no, I want you to be successful, and I'm one of those like, more power to you, like be better than me.
Yeah.
Be make more money, be more successful, help the community while you do that though.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what's success if you're up there all by yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is that really success, or are you just rich?
Yeah.
Like, there's success, and then there's just rich.
Yeah.
Or you have a lot of people, but you're like, so like success is so multifaceted.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like, the more people, when I help people, like even like little things, right? Like I'll be in the city and you'll see the people asking for money, right? Like if I have it, man, I'll put down my window and I'll be like, hey man, like just, I pray that you use this for the right thing. Like when I do that, that makes me feel like I want to go out. I want to do better so that I can help people, man. Like if I had it my way, I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna put you in a hotel room for a day, and I have a job lined up for you. I expect you to be there. Because how do you empower people? Do you just give them stuff? No.
Yeah, no.
You need to show them, hey, this requires work, which is them getting good grades, them being a part of their community and helping their community. Like they're doing work, and then you go, hey, I'm recognizing what you're doing. I know you can do so much more. I'm gonna help you, but this comes with a catch.
Yeah.
This money isn't free. When I give you this, I'm expecting you to continue the hard work and to pass this along.
Yeah.
I want you to turn this $2,500 to $5,000 for the next person, And when I give $5,000, I want that to turn into 10. Like that's my mentality. Like you said, you want people to be better. You want them to be. So that's.
It's just how much you want it to, how much you want it, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Because I mean, from my experience too, like coming to the United States by myself, my whole family's still in Puerto Rico. Was hard, but I also feel like I had some hard experiences, but then I think like there's people that have worse cases or worse things that happened to them than me. So just gonna keep working hard and try to do the best person that I can, and also by doing that, how else can I impact other people? And in this case, it's not only the Hispanic community, because that's one thing like about La Promesa. Like, yeah, we're helping Hispanics students with their education, but like if you look at the list of celebrities that come to the event, there's more non-Hispanics celebrities that come to the event. Now there's a ton of Hispanics that come to the event, like fans, but in terms of players and coaches, I mean, we have a good amount, but it's not like a tremendous amount. But also, like if you look at our board, we have board members and for La Promesa, and we're a mix of everything. And that's what I love too, because I don't want to work with just, again, yes, we're giving scholarships to Hispanic students, but I want to do this working team as a full community.
we are
Yeah.
a community, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at for example, Puerto Ricans, we're a facet of
Yeah.
African, Spanish, Taino, like all kinds of cultures.
Yeah.
We're a melting pot.
Yeah.
We're caldero with
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff in it, you know. And you know, you're helping a specific community, but that community now in turn helps whatever surrounds it.
Yeah.
You know, so I think everyone benefits, and like I said, if everyone adopted that, you know, if you know, our brothers of other cultures and sisters of other cultures and mixes, like you do that for your community, like we all come up together. We all rise together.
Yeah.
Like we're not putting anyone down by lifting other people.
Yeah.
We're simply just, so no, that's good.
Yeah, and that's why I'm very appreciative of the board, because we all come together and they have helped me tremendously. Because years back I used to do everything by myself, and once I created La Promesa, they're like, "Hey, Jesus, like, okay, you need to focus on this. Let us do this, and then that," and that has helped tremendously because it's a lot of work. And we start planning. I'm a big planner, so I start planning way ahead of time. Sometimes I reach out to people and they're like, "Yeah, I'm down, but it's a little bit early." It's like, "But I have your commitment, so I'm good."
Hit me up in 6 months.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Like, I need you now.
Yeah.
I'm the same way though. If I can lock it in, man,
Yeah,
that way I can sleep at night and I
Yeah.
know, you know, I can go on to the next thing knowing like, oh, planning is good. And you said earlier, it's not easy, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not complicated. It's hard. And a guy on one of my previous episodes mentioned this, and when he said this, I was like, dude, damn, that's so true. He's like, it's hard, but it's not complicated.
or it's not impossible.
And
either.
it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to do, but we know what we need to do.
Taking a sip.
Yeah, hey. Free branding. No.
We need eso medalla though.
Yeah. or a Malta. Remember the Maltas?
You can find them still. The Martas at Giant Eagle, places
Giant
like
Eagle?
that, they might have it. Yeah.
There was a place in Erie called Larry's Market. Whitest dude you've ever met. And I mean that in a nice way. Everyone called it La Tienda Hispana.
Yeah.
And you walked in there, Larry knew better Spanish than anybody.
Yeah.
I'm looking for tocino. He's like, eso está ahí, está allá, papá. I'm like, damn, Larry. What? He's like, yeah, but La Tienda Hispana. He's so all Goya, all Marta, anything you can find in a supermarket in Puerto Rico, he had it in his little brick store.
So yeah, that's a good thing about being inclusive, and then also knowing a second language. That's like why, like with my girls, I only talk to my daughters in Spanish because I know how important that is.
That's huge, man. Especially now, man. The
Yeah.
the world's becoming so small.
Yeah.
You know, you can get to France and Spain or whatever in 10 hours.
Yeah.
You can be on the other side of the world in 10 hours.
Yeah.
Back then, you didn't have to worry about that because who you were around is kind of who you're going to see the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's not anymore.
Yeah. No.
What would you say? What would you say is the proudest moment of your career, or the proudest moment of La Promesa,
Of La
or
Promesa.
like your career? Because you made a living of helping people.
Yeah.
What's one of your proudest moments of doing that?
I think one of my proudest moment is just to see the kids' reaction, or talking to them, calling them for the first time and say, "Hey, this is Jesus from La Promesa. I wanted to let you know that you're gonna be awarded a scholarship," and just like, I wish I could have done it sometimes in person, because I can feel it, like even just through the phone, I can feel how like proud they are, but also like how grateful they are that they are getting some help.
Do they scream on the phone,
Some of them like
or they just get
they just get very
speechless?
emotional. Some of them have getting very emotional. And that's why that's one thing that I like too. I don't, whenever we give scholarships to someone, I don't just email them and that's it. No, like I'm very personable, so I'm gonna call you, and that's how you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out through me, and it's just hearing how appreciative they are and like how humbling the process it is. I don't honestly, I'm just proud of everything with La Promesa, like just the way that we have grown, the support we have received. I mean, I remember, like I said, going to my first event almost 5 years back, having just one hotel room for one person and having 250 people, and we raised 20 some thousand. And then going to this year, April of 2023, we had like 400 some people. We raised 21,000, and we had about 7 hotel rooms. And now for next year, for April 6th of 2020, of next year, 2023 or 24.
No more Miller, Bobby.
Sorry.
24, yeah. How many?
Yeah,
what's
24.
that looking like?
We have about 10 hotel rooms reserved. And now we have a waiting list of celebrities that want to participate. It's just crazy because like some of the celebrities not someday. All the celebrities like are very helpful at promoting the event. So they will post on their social media, and then their friends see it from their shows, and they're like, hey, I want to come and I want to support the event. So that's how we have been growing, because like all their friends from their shows, they want to come to Pittsburgh and help. And it's things to say, like it's great that we have a waiting list, but also I feel bad because I don't want to turn anyone down, but like I can't say yes to everyone.
Yeah,
it's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good problem.
Yeah.
Have 10 games going on.
Yeah, I know some people told me that, but I think like how like if I do like 10 games or like more than one game, let's say, like it's just it's the event is gonna run like too many, like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's just
Se tarda, it's long. Yeah, because I was gonna say like tournament style, but then you're there all day.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future it splits between 2 days. You have 2 teams. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
That's the promise.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get you there. So that's awesome. That's awesome. We're gonna switch now because I want to talk about. He talks about he's not a celebrity.
No.
He's actually gonna be a celebrity. So he mentioned to me that you got picked to be on the show.
Yeah, on Local Love.
Local Love.
Local Love,
Ooh, man, tell us a little bit. First off, how did that opportunity even come? Like how before we get into the show, like how do you get picked to be?
So it's crazy because I have been applying for other shows for years, for almost 3 years, for the challenge or for Survivor and Big Brother, and then I got approached for this show, and I was not expecting because it's a dating show. I was like, oh man, like, so I recently got divorced too. So I'm like, I got divorced in January of this year. So I'm like, I don't know, like my mind might not be in the right place. And I'm trying to find who I am again and be my happy self after going through everything. And so after thinking about it, just with a few things that happened here and there, I was like, you know what, this opportunity won't really come again, so I'm gonna take it. And if I meet someone, great. If I don't, then
back
at least I did it. Yeah.
So you say yes.
Yeah.
How was it? Like how long were you on the show? How long were you?
I was just a couple of days filming.
Okay.
I'm glad I did it because I feel like if I wouldn't have done it, I would have regretted it. I met some amazing people from the producers and directors. Everyone was awesome. Very easy going to work with them, and I've never been in that scene. I've never done it, so I didn't know what to expect either. So I was very nervous at the beginning, but then
a lot of cameras.
Yeah, it was. But then, like,
I get nervous with these two little.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they made it so easy, and I was like, this is not what I expected. I thought I was going to be nervous the whole time with cameras following me and certain things, and they made it easier. And then, yeah, so the show was 3 guys and 1 girl, and Amy, who's the girl, she's awesome. But I did decided to follow my heart. I didn't want to. I guess I was, when I was filming, it got to a point that I was like feeling a certain way about someone else outside of the show.
We'll just leave it at that without going too.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss off the show. You know what I mean?
They're good. So, but yeah, I
Did you learn anything from like the whole process of like, because in real life, if you're let's say you're dating a girl, looking to date a girl,
yeah.
you know there's competition. There's a lot of guys
Yeah.
out. You know, guys can be weird.
Yeah.
And so you know that there may be competition. Like, did you learn anything from the filming process? The being like, hey, for a fact there's 2 other people that you're competing with. Did you take anything from that, or was
I
it
think
just
like what I learned is that, one, like, I just went with open minded and seeing what I could find in the show. So I went open minded, but then the biggest thing that I learned was just following your heart and being true to yourself. And if my heart was telling me, hey, like, you need to figure it out with someone else and work it out, do it. Because if you don't do it now, you might not ever get a chance. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad that I did the show, and I'm also glad that I decided to not be scared and follow what my heart was telling me. Because especially going through what I went through last year and the divorce this year, sometimes you feel like you're lost. You'll sometimes feel like you're not gonna be lost or anything like that. So doing a dating show through what I went through with divorce, and my ex-wife, she's a good person, nothing wrong, nothing bad to say about her. It just didn't work out, but it was still tough, and that was one of the biggest challenges. Like, I just got divorced, and in less than a year, I'm going on a reality TV show for dating. So that was tough, but I was vulnerable, and that's okay. We're only humans.
Was it hard to be vulnerable knowing like this is gonna be like aired and shown to the world?
Yeah, because it was kind of scary. It's still kind of scary because that show doesn't air until early next year. So it's kind of scary as to like how I'm gonna be looked at and portrayed on TV. Like, I don't know. I'm not doing the edits, but I also feel like I trusted myself, and I went with good intentions, open minded, and I'm glad I did it. And I'm also proud the way I represented myself. But still, it's kind of hard because
you're at the mercy of like just everyone, I guess. Yeah. Did it teach you anything about, like, not teach you, did it make you see people differently? Like, I don't know what your experience was. So like, did you like leave the show going, oh, man, like, I gotta approach this differently next time, or with this one or something? Did it like change how you view people? Because a reality TV show, you get people who, maybe they don't, that's not who they are. That's not how they are in real life.
Yeah.
But being in front of the camera, the pressure, it can make people do some crazy things.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, and I feel like everyone has different experiences, but my experience was awesome. I don't have anything bad to say about anyone. I mean, again, from the producers, the directors, and everyone was amazing. They made it easy, at least when I was filming. And then what I was learning is that whatever comes out of this when it airs, like I'm still normal. Like I'm just a normal guy. Uh has two daughters and has passion for certain things. That's why I have the foundation, and I'm just a normal guy. Like, so I learned that too, like through, even though I did the show, all the people that I have met that are part of the Promesa, that are celebrities, they're very humbling, and they understand how, like, hey, like I'm not better than you because I was on a show. Like I'm just a normal person.
And now you kind of fit in with them a little more in
Yeah.
the sense of like you kind of know what they went through
Yeah.
with filming, because those could be long days.
Yeah, and some of them actually, like some of those people that have been on related TV shows, they have done crazier things than me. So they also have more experience, and they have encountered a lot of things, and they probably have a different view or different stories. Because my thing, I was filming for just a couple of days. Some of them have done Big Brother, that's 100 days. Survivor, which is a month. The challenge, which is I don't know how long the challenge is, but I'm assuming it's a little bit close to a month or a little bit more. And some of the other celebrities, they have done American Idol. So I don't know how long that process is, but it's probably not a 1 day thing. And and with
Unless you're saying like me.
No.
That's 1 day. Get out of here. That's what they say.
But even like with the Harlem Globetrotters and Harlem Wizards, with Skywalker and Roscoe, they have traveled the world. So I think like everyone has different experiences. But at least on my end, my experience was great. I don't regret it.
How do you see that impacting La Promesa? Like, do you see it doing good things for the foundation?
Yeah. I think that I guess we'll also see once it airs, but I think that it will give us more visibility, and hopefully get more sponsors to help with our costs, and also more awareness as to the importance of helping our community, the Hispanic community, because I was able to talk about La Promesa during the show too. So hopefully, not only sponsorship, but also just support in general, donations and things like that, where we can hopefully, like I said, give more scholarships away, give more impactful scholarships to one student. So yeah, we'll see. It has been a crazy journey, just because ever since I got done filming, I've been contacted for other stuff. So it has been kind of interesting, but kind of like fun. It's
Give
fun.
us some tea. What you got something lined up?
Well, actually, I got approached for 2 movies, and I'm like, I'm not an actor. I'm not an actor.
Dude, that's my dream.
Send
them to me.
There's one show on, I think it's on Netflix, that they reach out to, and I said like, I'm sorry, like that's not me, because I'm not the biggest thing. If I make it to a show, another show, it would be more like Big Brother or Survivor. And my biggest goal is hopefully to win it and use that money for my girls' education, and to also help others through La Promesa. But like, I'm not trying to be an actor, so it's kind of cool. Like, wow, I got approached for this, but like, I'm not an actor. And then I recently got approached by a modeling agency. I'm like, the heck? I'm not. It's some modeling agency in South Carolina. I'm like, man, like, again, this crazy stuff is popping up now, but like, I'm not.
Do 1 or 2, get the money and bounce, man.
I don't know.
Put it
I'm
to
not
the
a model either, and maybe that's one thing. Like, I I don't feel comfortable with like, I don't know.
I'm not a podcaster. I'm just talking shit into a mic, bro.
I don't know. So, but it has been a crazy journey since I got done filming where some stuff has popped up, but I also like don't want to commit to something that I don't sounds cool, but like maybe it's not my passion or something
it's
I
not your
really
thing.
want to do.
That's fair.
Now, if like I get called for Survivor or something like that,
You gonna
then-
beat Heidi's record?
No, but I have to learn from her because I don't know how to make fire like her though.
Like her? She
That's
snaps
why
and it turns on.
if I'm going on Survivor,
she had
I
a
need
light
to.
switch.
I'm gonna have a boot camp with her and a couple other people I know from Survivor. But she's the one. She's gonna be the one in charge of teaching me how to do fire.
Oh, just bring a lighter.
Yeah, I know.
How did the show affect like dating outside? Because dating on the show is one way. Like, did it affect how you approach a relationship outside of the show,
Yeah.
or is it kind of like the way you've always done it?
Kind of the way that I always done it, but I feel like with the person that I'm dating now, I feel like we're closer. I appreciate her even more. She's awesome, and I think also we understand each other as well because her and we went through similar situations with certain things, so we get each other and we know what we're looking for, and so I think kind of like it. I appreciate her a lot more. I appreciated her, already, but like I feel like we have a special bond. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but we have a special bond.
Well, you know, bro. I mean, that's with anything, like passion. How do you get a passion for something? Just freaking know. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a map that tells you, hey, no, just man. Like,
yeah, if anyone has a guide on how to do this type of things, let me know. But yeah, I mean,
whoever has that guide is gonna make so much money.
I know. No, but like we understand each other. I know what I'm looking for. She knows what she's looking for, and I think that the future is bright for us. So
I think a lot of brightness is in your future, and that, and the foundation, your acting career.
I'm gonna give that role to you, though.
Hey, dude, I will take it. I've always see how quick I could switch, bro. I was meant for TV. No, I couldn't do that. But what are your? I guess we'll conclude. Like, what are your goals? Like, what are your end goals for La Promesa? Like, where do you see this in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, just continuing to impact more and more Hispanic students. Like I said, just giving them like even $5,000 per semester or something like that. And then instead of giving 8 scholarships per year, let's give 20 away. It's gonna take a lot of work and effort, but I think that we can do, especially with the team that we have and the board and the celebrities that want to support us. I think we can make it happen. But my biggest thing is also like to show my girls that they can accomplish anything, and not to be scared of failing. I'm such like a girl that I always wanted a boy and a girl, and I have 2 girls, and I wouldn't change them for anything. But one thing that I always tell them is like, you can accomplish anything that you want, and especially like my oldest one, Isla, she's 5 and she likes basketball a lot, and she tells me, Daddy, but I don't have short hair, I'm not a boy, so I don't know if I can play basketball. It's like, oh no. When she started telling me that, I took her to a girls' high school basketball game to see the girls play. I put WNBA games for her to watch, and I tell her, you can accomplish anything that you want. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, it doesn't matter that if you are this or that, or Hispanic or black or white or whatever it is, or being a girl or a boy, like whoever you are as a person, you can accomplish it. You just have to work effort, put some work and effort, and don't give up. You're gonna fail here and there, but you like are gonna learn. And that's one of the things that I want to teach my girls through this process, that you know, it could be scary, but just try it and see how successful you can get and be. And I want them to be, again, kind of similar to the students that get scholarships to La Promesa. My girls, I want them to be better than me.
You know what's scary? Like, failing is scary, but regret, I feel, is scarier.
I think so too. I agree.
Like if you reach that point and you're like, I should have did that.
Yeah.
Now it's too late. I can't do it now. Like that, I never want to feel that. I never want my girl to feel that. But that is scary, and that's something people don't think about.
Yeah.
It's like, if you fail, you get to try again. Yeah. Or you get to realize this ain't for me. I got to go a different route. Like, you get options. But that regret, you can't change that ever. You have to learn to stomach it and accept it and move on.
Yeah.
Because what's done is done. So hopefully that encourages someone to be like, you know what? Because that's how I launched this. Yeah. That's how you launched La Promesa. Yeah. That's how, that's how people gain success. They reach a point where they're like, I'll fail, but I won't regret not trying. That will not be something that happens to me. And they shoot their shot. That's how some people get the girl.
Yeah. And that's
they shoot their shot. Yeah.
And that's with anything in this world. I mean, if you want to be successful at being a father, in your career, like me as an accountant, if I want to be successful as an accountant, or if I want to be successful with La Promesa, or if you want to be successful with any sport that you're playing, I mean, you just have to try. That's just life.
Yeah.
Because if I'm scared of, I actually didn't like basketball before. My dad took me to a professional game in Puerto Rico when I was 10, and that's when I fell in love with the game. And I was always, same thing, just scared that I'm going to suck. And
I think that's everyone's fear. I'm just going to blow this, man.
Yeah. And that's just part of life. I mean, and that's what I want my girls to learn, that they can accomplish anything that they want. It's just putting their heart and effort to be successful.
Other than the celebrity game, is there any other initiatives you guys got going on, or any other events?
The other thing that we are thinking is actually message someone already about it. It's a holiday event to bring awareness of La Promesa. So that'll be obviously sometime in December of this year. We also have the night before the basketball event, we have a VIP event to give up. It's kind of like more of appreciation for the players and coaches, but also the sponsors. And actually, we might probably have it on April 5th at the Clemente Museum.
Dude, that'd be cool. So, you kind of connect the sponsors with the celebrities, and you let them intermingle, and that's
that's the goal. That's how we have been since I started doing the event.
I gotta tell you now, I already have an appointment April 5th at the April museum. 5th.
And on the 6th too, you have an event.
I have an appointment there too at the CCAC. So I'm gonna be there already. So I'm just, if you weren't planning on inviting me, I'm already gonna be there.
Well, no, I need you to be there.
No,
you're good.
Well, all right, man. I appreciate you for jumping on, man. Like when I messaged you just like boom, dude. I love that, man.
I'm excited. I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah, and if there's any way that I can help, or how can, let's say someone hearing this is like, man, I kind of want to help them out. I kind of want to get involved. How is there any way for someone outside of the foundation to get involved? How can they get involved?
Yeah, I mean they can email me at lapromesafoundation@gmail.com. Or they can go to our website and get more information. There's information in there, but also there's links in there to donate. Okay. So they can go to La Promesa Foundation .com
Awesome.
to find more information.
All right, well, I appreciate you for jumping on.
Okay.
This is the one with Jesus Torres, and
Gracias.
we're out. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos.
You've been listening to the Relentless Project. Ish Lopez grew up in the heart of the inner city, but he managed to build multiple income streams, join the ranks of law enforcement, and dive into countless ventures, all thanks to the incredible relationships he forged along the way. And now his passion is to share those stories with you. Make sure to connect with us on social media. Find Ish on Twitter and Instagram at the Ish Lopez, and the show at Relentless PRJCT. We're on all the major streaming platforms, from Spotify to Apple Podcast and Google Podcast, and wherever you like to catch your favorite shows. See you next time on the Relentless Project.